Hi, I'm HOIO from the House of Israel, Ohio, and this is Samson the Sex Slave Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, you need to see Part 1 first before you go to Part 2, or your mind might get blown. So let's go into it. So in Samson Part 1, we basically tried to establish a case that the word grind, when it said that they captured him and put him in feathers, that word grind meant sex slave or concubine. Even if you click on the Strong's, it says concubine. Now, we know that concubine got many meanings. It could mean second wife, but for this example, I think it's necessary that it means sex slave. Now, why was it necessary for Samson to be a sex slave? Well, let's look at the history of Samson. Samson was given the vow, was given the ordinance, or given the opportunity to be obedient to a vow and receive super strength in return. Judge Israel and deliver them from the hand of the Philistines. The Philistines was, of course, our enemies. The Philistines was against us. But yet Samson had a little appetite for Philistine women. His wife was a Philistine woman, and his father's response was, "You can't find no one in all of Israel to marry, that you had to go and get some from the heathen, the Gentiles, from the Philistines, the one that are actually against us, pursuing us, persecuting us, and jamming us up? You got to get a wife from them?" Think about that. Think about that. And so he had an appetite that was taboo. He had an appetite for that, ooh, I know they're against the rules. I want some of that. So Samson had an appetite for Philistine women. He was motivated to destroy or hurt other Philistines when his wife was taken by another man. And in his anger, he got revenge on the Philistines. Let's look at Delilah, another Philistine woman. Your appetite, once again, gets you jammed up. Out of all of Israel, you still going after these Philistine women. All right? So he goes after Philistine women. He's liking Philistine women. He's loving Philistine women. He can't get enough of Philistine women. Numbers 11 gives us a perfect example. Numbers 11 says that when we were in the wilderness and Israel began to beg and moan and grumble and complain about their situation, that they said, "We want meat. We're tired of this manna from heaven. We tired of this, and we tired of no water. We want some meat." Father said, "Okay, I'll be faithful and I'll hook you up. You want meat so bad, I'll give you not meat for 1 day, not meat for 2 days, not meat for 1 week, not meat. I'll give you so much meat for a whole month that it will come out of your nostrils." So think about that. It's like the old adage, if you like chocolate cake, the best way to get you over chocolate cake is to give you so much chocolate cake that you begin to puke. So what if Father was trying to teach us a moral here? What if Father was trying to teach Samson a lesson? You like Philistine women so much. You lust for the taboo. You lust for what you should not have so much that I will cause that same thing to bind you up, blind you. Come on, I'm about to preach here. I ain't supposed to be preaching, but this is a new season. I'm gonna cause it to bind you up, right? That means jam you up in ways that you shouldn't be jammed up. It means, he said, he's gonna blind you, come on, make you be a man and lose vision. How many men out there have been caught up by some women, or caught up by situations, or caught up by women that are just completely taboo? You're not supposed to be dealing with them, but you're dealing with them anyways, and it's caused you to lose your vision, to lose your vision. It's caused you to lose your direction, caused you to lose where Father's trying to take you in life, caused you to lose your anointing, caused you to forget about the vow that you promised, that I will serve you, that I'll do what I'm supposed to do, but you got caught up in the taboo. So here we are. Samson got caught up in the taboo. He loses his strength. He loses his vision, right? He betrays his vow. He goes in disobedience. But guess what you get to have, Samson? You get to have all the Philistine women you ever wanted to have. Because I'm going to tie you up to a bed. I'm going to tie you up to a pole. I'm going to tie you up, and they're going to take advantage of you over and over and over and over again. And why was this necessary for the Philistines? Well, according to the lore, it's possible that the Philistines were trying to create another superhuman man. They figure, heck, if he's super strong, he got this super strength. What if we get all our women to hook up with him, and we produce this another superhero, another Hebrew Hercules? Because we know that his DNA has the strength. So we'll just use him like an ox, use him like a cow, use him like a steer. And here you are, Samson, tied up, jammed up, bound in feathers, forced to, for the duration till your hair grows back. It don't take long for your hair to grow back, but for the duration till your hair grows back, to deal with being a sex slave. So Leviticus 26 tells us that Father is faithful. Deuteronomy 28 tells us that Father is faithful. He's faithful to bless and he's faithful to curse. Hebrews 11 tells us Samson made it into the Hall of Faith. So what was the thing that made Samson so wonderful that he made it into the Hall of Faith, but yet he was a sex slave? He looped him in with Gideon because his acts and his deeds were still righteous. And even when he was in his lowest point, he returned back to the faithfulness of Father. He had to go through that season of losing his vision. He had to go through that season of lack. He had to go through that season of getting that great taboo that he loved so much to get it out of his system, to the point he finally killed more Philistines on the day that he died than he did in all the history of his life. Now think about it. He made it to the Hall of Faith. That means being diligent, faithful, steadfast. Yeah, he hit a point where he failed, but he decided that he was going to fight back in the end and decided to push through. Some of you guys right now, there's somebody watching this right now who has fell into the taboo and gotten so thick in the taboo that you feel like you've been bound, that you feel like you've lost your way, you feel like you lost your vision. But guess what? Father is faithful. He is faithful. Yes, he gave it to you. Yes, he let you have it. And yes, he just let you go ahead and fall into your curse. As it said in Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. Yeah, he let you go ahead and go into your curse. But he did not curse you so that you could be in it forever. He cursed you so that you could be delivered. He allows you to fall into that pit so that you be rise up and come out even better. I'm Hosea, and I am out.
Shalom, this is Talia.
And I'm Yara.
Thank you for watching our videos. This is another way that we're able to spread the gospel to you all.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to hearing from you and look for more videos from us.
Shalom.